So before everything, let's address the elephant in the room. No, you are not going insane. I am actually making a Fallout 4 video. A lot of you might not know this, but back in the day, I used to play modded Fallout 4 all the time. I have my problems with the game's story and lore inconsistencies, but the mods are really fun to play with. And now that I have a PC that can run the game without it looking like melted chocolate, I thought why not start making Fallout 4 videos too? My plan is to make Fallout 4 and New Vegas videos alternatively from now on. So if I upload 6 videos in a month, then I will make 3 Fallout 4 videos and the other 3 will be for New Vegas. Also, keep in mind I'm using the downgraded old generation version because a lot of mods still don't work on the next generation update. With all that said, let's now jump into the video. Starting things off with Boon Island, a small island situated at the east end of the map. The mod, of course, uses a lot of Far Harbor stuff, so it definitely has that Far Harbor feel to it, but it also feels like its own thing. There are a few destroyed buildings on the island too. There is also a very small quest which was quite good for such a short experience. Of course, the main hook of this mod is that this whole island works as a settlement, so you can go wild with your builds having that much space. There are also some small areas and structures surrounding the island, but these are nothing special. Up next is Tumbashamba's Minutemen Scout outfit. This outfit looks cool, yet it still looks completely grounded and practical. There are straps, belts, and pouches everywhere on this armor, and the torn cloth gives heavy wasteland survivor type vibes. But the best thing about this armor is the helmet. I know gas masks look cool no matter what, but the added hat and cap make it look even better. I highly recommend this mod, as it will fit into almost any playthrough you are going for. Next is classic skill books. You can find 3 of each skill book at various locations in the wasteland. Unlike New Vegas or Fallout 3, these skill books give you permanent buffs rather than temporary stat boosts. I recommend this mod as it recreates the models flawlessly and also places them where it makes sense. Speaking of books, next we have Book Collector 2, Classic Literature Edition. This mod adds actual real-life literature books into the Commonwealth, and the best thing is you can actually read all the books. Now you can only read the first part of the books, but it's still better than nothing. There is a quest that tells you a small story about a man who wanted to retrieve these books for his book club. Needless to say, that didn't go to plan, and it's up to you to collect all of these books using the maps you find at the houses of the book club members. This mod not only serves as a new collectible, but is also perfect for immersive playthroughs. You can just sit somewhere cozy and start reading one of these books. Next is not one mod, but all of Degenerate Dake's weapon mods. All of these have very well made models and great animations. All of these have 2 unique variants, which are pretty different from the normal gun, both stat-wise and in terms of looks. Of course, all of these have tons of attachments to make them suit your playstyle. I really don't have much to say. All of these are very well-made mods, and people looking for weapon mods in their games should use these. Holotape Visual Improvement remakes the holotape and makes them look a bit more detailed while maintaining the same texture resolution. This mod also adds 6 new variations of holotapes, distinguishing them from one another. You can also choose the size of the holotapes while installing the mod. Unfortunately, I can't show you the holotapes in-game as I already have most of these, and the game doesn't let me drop these, but I do recommend this mod. Diamond City lights make the spotlights around Diamond City move. This is such a simple mod, but it makes Diamond City much more visually appealing from afar. Polaria Systems is a very well-made dungeon mod with good level design for the most part. Of course, because it is a dungeon mod, it features pretty high-level enemies, so make sure to prepare before you get in. The dungeon features many interesting visuals. My only gripe is that all of these are set dressing, and you can't interact or learn about any of this. There is also a new exclusive collectible in the dungeon, but I only managed to find one of these. The mod gets a bit too chaotic at the end, but all in all, it's a pretty good dungeon mod. BH Russian Grenade Pack adds a huge amount of new grenades in the game. These grenades can be crafted at the chemistry station, and the grenades function a bit differently than the normal Fallout 4 grenades. Some of them also have unique effects. This mod is perfect for people who either use a lot of Russian weapon mods or use stalker type mods in their game. Next up is Tumbahamba's Gunner Power Armor. You can find it on a few gunner commanders. The armor has these small ridges all over its body and helmet, which makes it look really menacing. Of course, you can customize it to your heart's extent with tons of cosmetic and gameplay related upgrades. There is also a unique variant which spawns on a unique gunner commander. This one looks even more menacing, and the color selection is pretty good too. I highly recommend this mod as it not only gives the gunners their own power armor, but also looks unique and stands out among the sea of power armor mods. Select Throwing Knife adds throwing knives into the game. These have excellent animations and work flawlessly. You can either aim and throw, or you can just quickly throw these depending upon your situation. The throwing knives also have a pretty good range, which makes them ideal for a stealth playthrough. You can also use throwing knives in your grenade slot, even while using one as your primary weapon. The throwing knives can also be used as normal melee weapons, but they do very little damage. There are also a few modifications that infuse it with stuff like fire or electricity. The third-person animations look kinda goofy, but you can't have everything, I guess. All in all, it's a great weapon mod and deserves a lot more attention. Early Game Armor Pack adds 2 sets of armor into the game, wood and tire. The wood armor is almost completely useless with very low stats and is mostly there for variety. The tire armor, on the other hand, is a bit better, but is still worse than most other armor types. I like both of these as there aren't that many scrap-type armor pieces in the game. Hopefully he adds a few more armor like this in the future. Dynamic Furniture adds furniture with actual props on it. To start building, you need to go to this new category in the workshop and then select the type of prop you want on top of your furniture. The props don't spawn in unless an NPC is interacting with it though. This can look a bit jarring, but I don't mind it that much. There is support for a huge number of furnitures, which is a good thing. When this mod works well, it actually looks pretty good. The only problem for me was normal NPCs weren't interacting with it. Settler-built settlements let settlers build their own houses. All you need to do is first download the settlement you want your settlers to build from the mod page. Currently, this mod supports 21 settlements. Then you need to place this new settlement building supplies. Then you need to fast travel out of there for the cell to unload. And when you come back, your settlement will be ready. This mod is mostly here for immersion purposes, as if you just want the buildings, then you should just get the Living Settlement series of mods, as this mod uses the settlements from those mods. Next are 2 outfit mods from the same author. Both of these mods add outfits from other games or media. The reason I included in this list is because the outfits fit into the world pretty well. Now don't get me wrong, some outfits are way too clean and some are a bit goofy, but for the most part, they look pretty grounded. So if you're a fan of these franchises, then go ahead and download these, but even if you are not, I still recommend them. And now for the big one.
The big one.
The big one.
The big one! What is the big one?
Shady Motives is a well-written quest mod with great voice acting, new weapons, new armor, a new companion, and much, much more. The quest starts off with you getting a holotape from a Mr. Handy Postman. The quest giver, Angelo's voice actor, did an absolutely phenomenal job voicing him.
Now, I admit, I did some questionable things in my past. I've killed, lied, exploited, stolen, and amassed quite a large ill-gotten fortune, but I have seen the error of my ways, and I intend to spend every cap I have ensuring these past things are not my legacy.
The initial plot is about establishing a new religion in the wasteland to get rid of raiders, but there are twists at the end to make it more interesting. This mod features 2 new weapons. Both have great design, although the heavy weapon is kinda shit stat-wise. The new armor are pretty good too, especially the steampunk armor. The new companion Cabbage is decent too, with some funny lines here and there. The biggest positive for this mod is that it doesn't feel like a mod, and instead feels like a part of the game. I heavily recommend this mod to any quest mod lover out there. And with that, I end this video. There were some great mods this month along with smaller useful mods. For anyone who stuck around till the end, thanks for watching and I will see you in the next one.